Hi there, my name is Zach Thornton, and I'll be explaining a little bit about pain today. What is pain? Well, pain is usually an alarm system, very classically described as such. The top layer for today, I'll just be using that to just give it a little bit of direction. However, pain is triggered by the body perceiving some threat or danger to the body, hence the alarm system analogy, and it's a protective mechanism to, again, get the body out of harm. So then if it's an alarm, well then what triggers it? This usually starts with nociception, or danger reception. Again, usually assuming everything's working fine. You can think of nociception as just passengers waiting to get on a bus. And that bus are nociceptors. These are little cells within the skin that pick up these various kind of stimuli, such as mechanical stress, say you've been hit in the head with a bat, chemical changes, say someone threw acid in your face, temperature changes, like you've been lit on fire. Again, you can think of these nociceptors as just different buses going to the brain. And much like buses in the airport, they have a tendency to wait for enough passengers to get on the bus to justify the trip. It's known as an all or none principle in the sense that you need a certain amount of nociception within the cells to then fire off that action potential of the brain, which is just that electrical signal finally going, i.e. the bus heading to the brain. Important note about these buses is that they are neither set nor stable in number. They're placed every few days, so sensitivity isn't exactly a solid thing. Fantastic news for people who are pain sufferers, giving them hope that their sensitivity may possibly change, ideally quicker than they may expect, although doubtful. So that's where the alarm trigger goes. Well, then what happens next? Well, it goes to the brain. So important note, nociception is again just that information traveling to the brain, just that electrical signal going on off. And it's within that brain that it gets interpreted. Now, these buses can stop at different terminals within the brain, possibly all of them, possibly some of them, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the same order. Makes every pain a bit of a unique experience. And then within this framework, or this matrix, if you will, in the brain, this brain creates a story based upon personal values and context and personal experience and previous experiences with the incident. And from there it starts to then fire off how much pain you might be in. So then if the brain perceives danger, pain then sent back out to that region to remove that body from threat. Then you can think of this as someone dispatcher noticing that there's still people at the airport needing to get picked up, so the bus goes right on back. However, this is where you can have some of those more lingering issues, such as someone saying there's a passenger at a terminal that's not really there, or perhaps a terminal not existing. This is where you get pain at an area where it's still intact tissue-wise, or perhaps pain in a phantom limb. However, throughout all of this, with that brain sending down pain, there are changes that can occur for this, such as the brain may end up having sensitization through the area. So it's noticing a continual need, or at least a perceived need, for more buses at a terminal. So it makes sense to send more buses to said terminal. Same thing occurs for nociceptors. A lot of nociception going on in an area, you can end up with more nociceptors there, which will increase sensitivity to stimuli. Other things, you can have that brain regulating it. Your values of pain may change around it, how you perceive it, such as sending down happy hormones, inhibiting the reception through it, such as supply lines for bus changing, so there's less of a gas supply with more judicious use of trips, i.e. you wait for more passengers to get on the bus before heading on off. Other personal factors that may change it is you can reduce pain perception by, again, decreasing mental stress about it, improving physical fitness, learning about it. You can see all of this as better drivers for the bus, so it runs smoother and ends up at the place it needs to be at. Well, very brief overview, and thank you for your time today.